I always thought frugal living was the secret to financial freedom, and honestly, kinda is. What no one tells you is that frugality can also make you feel guilty, isolated, and even miserable, even though you might be winning with money. And the biggest downside about frugal living isn't that it fails, instead, it can quietly drain your happiness unless you know how to use it without burning yourself out. So today, I'm gonna walk you through the reasons frugality burned me out, and honestly, the last one caught me off guard. Let me know when you get there. Because you see, frugality doesn't fail most people, it just overstays its welcome. And if you don't know how to transition properly, it can quietly burn you out. Guilt becomes your default setting. When my wife and I were buried under $250,000 in debt, frugality felt heroic. Every dollar saved felt like we were punching debt in its face. We said no to eating out, limited our vacations, and pretty much said no to everything. I felt proud about it. But when debt started shrinking and we started to become stable, something weird happened. Spending money, even on things that mattered, felt wrong. I remember one afternoon, my wife and I were at Costco and I was carrying a pack of muffins. I felt I was carrying luxury diamonds. We were fine. We could afford them. And yet I stood there debating pastries like I was negotiating a real estate deal. Because you see, frugality can train your mind to think that spending money is bad. But here's the truth. Saving $200 a month can become over $100,000 over decades. But just spending $200 on a weekend trip with your kids, and it's just once in a while, that's priceless. So frugality should make you feel intentional with your money, not ashamed of it. Decision fatigue will destroy you. At first, being frugal makes you feel empowered. Look at me, how smart I am with money. Then it gets exhausting. Every purchase becomes a debate. Every grocery list becomes a spreadsheet. Even dining out feels like I'm breaking a sacred vow. I literally spent minutes debating generic versus name brand peanut butter like I was Warren Buffett analyzing a merger and mentally walking away exhausted. And when your brain never rests, you burn out. And that burnout leads to spending that can wipe out months of progress. That's why frugality should just simplify your life and not turn every decision into mental gymnastics. Real quick, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Now back to the video. Frugality can quietly isolate you. So this one hurts. You start saying no to dinners, trips, outings, celebrations, and at first, you feel noble, but eventually, you become an outsider. I had nights where everyone was going out, but I decided to stay home because spending $40 felt irresponsible. And to be honest, I felt great. I was saving $40 and thought there will always be another time. But you see, frugality isn't the villain in this story. The lack of replacement is. If you cut out expensive habits, you still need intentional, low-cost connections, walks, potlucks, game nights, free experiences, because the goal is to cut out costs, not the people out of your life. You miss the entire point. Frugality isn't the goal. Freedom is, time is, peace is. You can obsess over spending money as little as possible and end up becoming financially successful, but emotionally miserable. That's when frugality stops empowering you and starts restricting you. The whole point is to spend money on purpose, not to avoid spending money at all costs. Your identity gets wrapped in not spending. This one I didn't see coming. One day, frugality stops being a tool and quietly becomes who you are. You're called the cheap one, the person who never upgrades, the one who always says no to everything. I hit a point where buying a nicer car, not a luxury one, just one with working AC, felt like I was betraying my identity. That's when I realized I wasn't being intentional anymore. I was being stubborn. Frugality wasn't serving my life was serving frugality. And that's a bad place to end up in. Frugality is supposed to support your life and not become your entire personality. The sacrifice trade-off. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Frugality does require sacrifice, but that sacrifice should be temporary and strategic. You can grind for 3 to 7 years and build freedom, or stay comfortably stuck for 40 years. Frugality should be a bridge to a better place and not the place you live forever. The goal isn't a tiny apartment or a beat up car, it's the exit, the freedom number. Once you cross that bridge, you're supposed to step off. So here's a simple version I wish I had. Give yourself permission to spend money on things that matter and not just the cheapest option. A weekend with the family, that matters. An upgrade to a $900 phone doesn't. Put boundaries around decisions with preset rules so you're not constantly debating every dollar. Replace expensive social habits with cheaper alternatives so you don't isolate yourself from your friends. And separate your identity from your habits. You're not a cheap person, you're just someone being intentional. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these hit the hardest and which one you're gonna try this week. Most people will watch this, agree, but change nothing. But the people who treat frugality as a tool and not a prison are the ones who build real wealth. You don't need to be extreme. You don't even need to be special. You just need to be intentional. I wasn't a financial genius. I'm just a normal guy drowning in debt who learned how to be frugal without letting it suffocate my life. So if you enjoyed this video, get a copy of my free guide on how people can save money on their biggest housing expense. The link is in the description down below. Once again, thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video.